Heads up. Hello everyone, Dana 14th Prime here. Want to drop a quick heads up video today. Hot Toys revealed their Deadpool 6-inch scale figure from, of course, the Deadpool 2 movie. I'm out on Sideshow, link in the description below. It's up for pre-order. $251. Looks like it's going to be landing in the States first quarter of 2019. My first reaction to this figure is it's a lot like the first figure, which I think is good in a lot of ways because that was an excellent figure, assuming you avoided some of the quality issues that plagued the wrist a little bit. I did not have that issue, but I know many did. But I think it's a super fun figure, very posable, very playable, lots of accessories, lots of fun you could have with many hands, many facial expressions. And this Deadpool 2 character brings all of that right back. And in fact, it looks really almost identical, at least in some front-to-front comparisons that I did in the pics here to my figure. To what we got last time. In some ways, that's great if you're just looking for a great Deadpool figure. In other ways, for me to have the first one, it's kind of like, well, what's different about this one? Why would I pick it up? We don't get the Wade Wilson unmasked head sculpt here. We all would have thought that's what they would have done differently for this figure, but it's still not the case. So maybe holding that back for Deadpool 3? I don't know. You get a lot of goofy accessories with this thing. It's just like high heels, a stuffed unicorn, like an X-Men, X-Force sort of jersey, practice jersey looking thing. A lot of strange things, which I'm sure will be very funny in the movie. I just don't know that I would ever display the guy in high heels. I don't know. But lots of pics. They love the high heels here. Lots of pics. Of course, he's got the two katanas, the two guns, and the dagger. All of that is exactly the same as the first figure. As a matter of fact, I'm just trying to see if there's a pic that gets close enough to say, hey, what's different? So from what I can tell, and again, this is the prototype, right in the unicorn here. You never know because this is the prototype, but these accents on the back of the glove here, a little brighter, more silver than what I can tell versus my figure. The suit is, they're calling a new material, and newly tailored. So the first suit was very leather-like, pleather. They're still describing this as leather-like, but they're using new material, so we'll see how they execute it. They're obviously doing it some way different. It does look more cloth-like in material than the first figure. And I will say, the outline or stitching or something has a more dark effect to it, so it really pops. The stitching, like especially down the chin there, on the face, all these little black lines you see through the stitching, and on the legs, much more accented in these pictures than I noticed when compared to my figure. There's definitely stitching there on my figure the first release, but it's not like dark accented. You just sort of see like a layer of material hitting up there. So something different going on there. We'll see if that's prototype or if it's something they follow through to the final release. But that's really about the subtle difference. And then the neck, I think they improved that. It's kind of hard to see. But here in the neck, I think this really flows up a lot smoother. In the first one, you kind of had a big chunky is sort of red seam there, more or less, below the black mask line. So that looks improved quite a bit as well. Other than that, I'm like, everything looks the same, literally, except for all the different accessories, like the unicorn here. But tons of accessories. Check the link in the description below. Jump out here and check out these many pics of this guy. Get your order in if you're interested. There's the jersey, the practice jersey. X-Men or X-Force, we'll see what he's using it for. But just another fun accessory there, and many hands, as we saw with the first instance. And here you really see that head sculpt with the black lines there and the stitching. It's just different. There's something that's there. They're doing the stitching, or maybe it's printed, or they're using some paint accents, but definitely some darker lines in the seams of this figure, which I think looks good, at least in the pics. Looks like you get a type of backdrop, which they've been doing with more figures here, and then you do get a dynamic figure stand that looks to be very comparable to what we got with the first release. So here's all of the stuff. Again, a lot of it looks familiar, and then just some new goofy add-ins. With the main thing being some new design to the suit, so it'll be interesting to see more in-hand pics or the prototype on display at Secret Base to see what that looks like. But for now, definitely, if you've been in the market and this guy's had a pretty nice aftermarket price, even for a used figure. Checking eBay, used figure could be upwards of $300. Sealed ones going, of course, even north of that. So put that on hold if that was in your mind. Have a little patience, jump out, pick up this new figure. Link in the description below. Alright guys, so thanks for checking in. See you next time.